redefine your relationship with technology. I have to admit, I had to redefine mine. What I've learned is when we feel overwhelmed, we feel stressed. Our productivity decreases, our multitasking increases, and yet we don't get anything done. And I realize that technology can be used for great things, but it can also be a massive distraction. We spend so much time on email and checking, and every time someone says something, we look it up on Google to find the answer for them. Social media is for socializing. It's not for surviving, and I committed to making some changes to my digital habits to make sure I was paying attention to what really mattered. But I wonder if you need to make some changes to your digital habits as well. So I thought I'd share with you a few things that worked for me, and maybe a couple of them might work for you as well. One of the first things I did was to turn off every notification, alert, and silence myself. I even went as far as to change the apps on my home screen. So for example, my mail app is on the second page. It's not the first thing that I see. So if email comes in, I don't see it unless I go looking for it. I've also learned to try and really focus on only checking certain social media on certain devices so that I can stay more productive. There's an app that I installed everywhere and I love it. It's called Freedom, and it's a web software, like a website blocking software, I guess, that allows you to stay super focused on the sites that you want to be on and the ones you want to avoid. I also installed the Facebook feed eradicator on my Mac, and this is important because when I go to Facebook, I literally see nothing. I have to go and type in people's names or go to the group, so I don't see all the clutter and noise and craziness that people post on Facebook. I love Facebook and I hate Facebook, and it was the one thing that kept me super sane. And so check that out. It was a great suggestion by my friend Clay Abear, who is also super productive. What I've also done is installed things like meditation apps on my cell phone. Meditation is something I really want to get great at. I'm not fabulous at it, but it's something that I'm working towards. Other digital habits that I have done include things like installing Slack. So our team uses Slack, which makes my inbox much, much smaller. I wrote down some other things, and that is that I use Google products. So we use it for Gmail, I use Alexa for messaging, and also I use the calendar and maps, like many of you. The whole team is using the one system, which makes my life so much easier. I use something called Boomerang for Gmail, which is great because I can ping a message back to me or send a reminder, and it helps me to keep my inbox really, really small. Another thing that I did was to leverage technology was I bought a Peloton. And while that may not seem significant, but Peloton is a great technology company that has an in-home spin bike where you can do classes live or on demand. It truly was quite life-changing because I travel significantly and the app is on my phone. So I can do things when I'm out and about. What are some digital habits that you may want to change this year so you can really pay attention to the people who are important to you, to the projects that need your focus and attention, to the community service that you want to get more involved in? This year, look at your digital habits. Decide just one thing that you could change just today that would make a difference this week, which would have an impact on your month. Change your digital habits. I know I had to. By the way, I'm still a work in progress. I'd love to hear what are your tips for managing your technology? How are you redefining your relationship this year? It's my goal to have people join an attention revolution where we truly pay attention to who matters, what matters, and how we pay attention in the world. I would love you to join me in the attention revolution. You see, I believe that distraction decays, but attention pays. If we haven't connected on social media, let's do it. You can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. I'd also love you to comment below and tell me, how are you going to redefine your relationship with technology this year? Remember, attention pays.